Hello, biology students. I just wanted to give you a quick introduction to myself. I am Mr. Jones, and I will be your new biology teacher for this year. Just a quick introduction about how I got involved into biology and biology education. When I was a youngster, I was riding my bike up near the Tamaqua Area High School, and as I was driving my bike down the side lawn, I came across this textbook, and it was after school hours, and I looked around to see if anybody was around to claim the book, and I didn't see anyone, so I picked it up and looked at the front cover of the book, and it had these words, this word biology, the science of life. And I started paging through that textbook, and I was fascinated about the things and the things that I was seeing in the book, the pictures of organisms, the diagrams of experiments. And this was a very old textbook. Pictures weren't really in color yet, but it captured my attention. And because nobody was around, I tugged that book under my arm and I rode back down to my house, and I just started paging through and started reading about different scientists and different things about our living world. And at that point, I was like, this might be something I'd be interested in learning more about. Let's fast forward to seventh grade. At the junior high school, when I got to seventh grade, we had life science, and I had an amazing life science teacher, and he really opened up and exposed me to the world of life science and kind of the baby topics of biology. And for me, that aha moment of this is like really what I would like to do came when I was dissecting the earthworm. Oh, I was so excited. First dissection of the school year. Get to see the inner anatomy of another living thing. It just really caught my attention. And my lab partner at that time wasn't too keen on dissecting, so I got to do it all, which was wonderful. So I took my scalpel and I started opening up the earthworm and started looking at the organs and learning about how they function, the physiology of everything. And at that moment, I guess you could say the earthworm's five hearts captured my one, and I fell in love with this science of biology. Fast forward now to 10th grade, sophomore year, I had an amazing honors biology teacher, Mrs. Weinrich, and she really became my true inspiration to wanting to go on to study biology and become a biology teacher, especially at the high school level. I took her anatomy and physiology class senior year and got really involved with school activities and all that other fun stuff that kind of happens throughout your high school career. And I just grew as an individual, like many of you are doing, and trying to figure myself out and what I want to do in life. And to me, this was it. So upon graduating from Tamaqua, I went on to study at Kutztown University. I did start off as a secondary education major with a focus in biology. However, after my freshman year, I thought to myself, well, what happens if I end up not liking teaching and I just have a teaching degree? What would the opportunities be with a teaching degree? So I ended up kind of siding on the air of caution there, and I switched my major from education and went into just plain old biology. And I ended up going for biology as my undergrad. And when I took an introduction to environmental biology class, I really fell in love with environmental science as well. So I decided to not just major in biology, but also major in environmental science as well. So in 2003, I graduated from Kutztown with a BS in biology. My focus there was in organismal ecology and also a BS in environmental science with an emphasis in biology. I later, right out of Kutztown, was hired as a high school biology teacher, and that was at a high school in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. I spent 14 years there teaching all levels of biology, from general level all the way up to advanced placement biology. I taught dual enrollment, human anatomy and physiology, marine science, environmental science, ecology, and pretty much a research and science class. So all those courses, and some of those I have developed my career continued there at the high school. I brought some of those new electives in for our students. In addition to creating new electives, I wrote several grants, brought over $30,000 in grant monies to replace old equipment, buy equipment for some of these new elective courses, and also increase the technology end of the science department as far as some devices we could use in the science lab. During my time at Nativity, I was the Teacher of the Year. I was the recipient of several awards. I am a Da Vinci Science Center Educator Hall of Famer award recipient. I am also have received numerous commendations and awards from universities for having an impact in the classroom on students. I have received recognition from the state of Pennsylvania and the Department of Education and the state legislature for my work in the classroom. And I was also nominated into Who's Among America's Teachers. So overall, this is my 18th year of education. I spent 14 years, my first 14 years at the high school level. The past few years, I was teaching middle school, and I am beyond excited to be able to return to high school level biology, because to me, that is truly my passion and my love, and I just enjoy teaching high school age students and teaching them about something that I'm so passionate about, which is this particular science and other close related life sciences. So that's kind of a little bit about me. I did later go back to school to get my teaching certification from Alvernia University. In addition to getting my secondary education cert from Alvernia, I also have a master's degree in educational leadership. I'm just completing my principal certification, and I also have some graduate coursework through the State University of New York in Earth System Science. Additionally, I have some graduate credit work at the United States Naval Academy, where I got to spend some time there studying oceanography and doing a little bit of research on the Chesapeake Bay and the greater Chesapeake Bay watershed, which I did have my students, my high school students at the time, were involved in some of that research, some of those research studies as well, with the watershed up in our area that ultimately impacts or flows into the Chesapeake Bay. The Chesapeake Bay happens to be one of my favorite places to camp during the summer. My next goal, as far as continuing education, is to get a master's in science and biology, because I always feel it's always important to stay on top of the advances of science and always be learning, because that's just what I love to do. I love to learn, and I love to teach people about the things that I learn and know. So with that being said, I will be joining you this upcoming week. My first day will be on Monday, but for many of you, I will see you either on Tuesday or Wednesday. I was going through the class rosters. I've had some of you in 8th grade down at the middle school, so it will be great working with those of you who I've taught before, and I cannot wait to meet the students that I have not taught before. This is going to be a great journey, and I do look forward to our time together. I would say that we do have a lot of work to do, and I think it's going to be a really great year. I will always give you my 100% best, and I will do whatever I can to help you succeed, and I hope you do that for me as well. As I always say to my students, Just always give me your best you. So with that being said, I want to show you a little introductory clip here to biology. And please stay tuned to Schoology, as some assignments will be posted very shortly. Thank you again for your time. Enjoy the video, and I can't wait to meet you or see you again in the upcoming week. So thank you for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you soon. If you have any questions, or you just want to give a quick shout out or introduction, my email address is jonesj@nesdschools.org. I'll see you soon. Take care.